Hey guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to brand your business. And you know what, we're getting into the nitty-gritties of this. And I know I've spoken a little bit about this before, but you know what? We're going to be touching base on a few other things that people do not tend to think about, especially that average business owner. So without further ado, let's get into it. But before you go and get stuck into this, remember to stick around to the very end, because as always, I've got a really cool gift to share with you. So make sure you stick around till then. In any case, folks, let's get into it. So okay, branding your business, how to brand your business. In fact, there are so many different ways about going ahead and doing this, but do you know what, along my own business journey, this is what I've actually come up with, and there are 6 key principles that I actually tapped into to make sure that not only I elevated myself within my business, but equally all those who I get to serve as well, all of my clients. I use these 6 key principles as well. But in today's video, I'm just going to share with you 3 key ones in particular that I want you guys to go ahead and use so that you can elevate within your own businesses, especially when it comes to the idea of your brand for your business. Okay. So number 1, it's the idea of, do you know what is the perception of who you are? And what I mean by that is the idea of what kind of reputation do you actually have for your business? Are you actually sounding your horn like that, right? Are you actually making sure that you are stepping up and showing up in the best possible kind of a way that makes all of what you have to offer be seen? Are you doing that? Because if you're not, you need to. First and foremost, you need to do that. You need to be able to show up in the best possible way that resonates with you, that resonates with your beliefs, your values. What is that for your company? That needs to really be highlighted, because if you're not highlighting it, if you are not stepping up and showing up with your authenticity of who you are, well, then it's not going to resonate with all your customers. It's not going to resonate with any prospects that you come across as well. Because here's the reason why. They're not going to know how to connect with you. They're not going to know how to think, wait, how are you going to even help me? What can you actually do for me? Because they're going to get lost in the idea of the beginning of who you are in the first place. What is this reputation that you have for yourself? If you don't have one for yourself, if you don't know what your beliefs and your values are, especially when it comes to your business, it's going to be confusing. And as we all know, confused people do not what? They don't buy exactly that. So we want them to buy. So in order so that they can buy, but buy on their own terms, we want to make sure that the perception that we have of ourselves and of our brands and of our businesses is set and made clear from the get-go. So your values, your vision, the reason why you do what you do, people need to know what that is. Because you get to then do something which is really cool. You start making purposeful connections. Now your competition won't even be doing that. Your competition will be thinking about, I'm just going to throw the world at the wall of social media. I'm going to make sure that, you know what, my message, yeah, I don't know about that message, but don't worry, they can see what product I've got. That's good enough, right? No, it's not good enough. People need to understand that, you know what, there is more to the idea of what it is that you are selling. There is more to the idea of what your service is about. There's more to the idea of what it can actually do for them. It's your story. It's who you are that will help you to make that sale. It's your story and who you are that'll help people to buy from you, because that's what we want, right? And I keep saying the word as well, people, your people pool. What is that even for you, right? Who are your people pool? That's the second thing that I want you guys to think about. What is your people pool? And what I'm talking about is the idea of who are your clients. In fact, who is your audience? Be specific and be clear on it. I'm talking like super specific. Like, is it a man in their 30s working at this, at the other? What is that? Is it a woman in their 20s, in their 50s? What is that? Be specific about it, because when you are specific about it, you know exactly how to talk to them. And now I'm not saying rule other people out. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, when you are targeting specific markets, you need to be specific in who you are actually speaking to, because the message is slightly different. And when I say the message, the actual terminology that you're using, the actual language that you use for them is going to be slightly different. And that's okay, right? But what is going to be consistent is the idea of your goal, what that is for them. Make that goal consistent, make that goal purposeful, and equally let others know, those who you are reaching, know and understand in fact, that this is why you're doing what you're doing. So again, it's that whole perception part. That comes right back into it. When you're connecting with your clients, when you're connecting with your connections on social media platforms, right? When your connection even relies on the idea of why it is that you're doing, that's when your message becomes all the more clearer for it. Equally, another thing within your people pool, understanding your competition. Now, I know I've spoken about this before in my previous video, but do you know what your competition, I'm going to let you in a little secret. Your competition can actually be your collaborator. Did you know that? Your competition can actually be your collaborator. Now, a lot of people would just keep their competition at arm's reach, right? But no, bring them in a little closer, because guess what? You can help. They can help you, in fact, and you can actually help them. And together, you can collaborate. Collaborate. You know what? There's plenty of room at this table of this business world, right? So no matter what kind of industry you have, think about who you could actually collaborate with. Your competition doesn't have to be the enemy. So quit thinking about them as being the enemy. Think about them as a little bit more than that. And do you know what? They could actually help you to promote what it is that you do. They could actually help to build on the awareness of what you do. And equally, that's the third thing I want you guys to think about. The way you're promoting yourselves. How to promote yourselves. Again, where are you showing up? Think about where your audience is hanging out. Think about what it is that you're doing. Is it even congruent to what it is that you actually stand for? Your beliefs. Don't make connections that don't resonate with who you are or why you're doing what you're doing, because it won't make sense. We want to make sense. We want to be as clear as possible. We want to make sure that branded journey that we have for our customers is as straightforward as possible, because as I said before, that whole confusion train is not what anybody wants to get on, especially your customers. So folks, I really hope that this video resonated with you. Please remember to go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Equally, go ahead and download your guide, which is literally in the description box below this video. Go ahead and find out all the really cool things, the principles that I was talking about just now, but equally even more, and find out how you can start elevating within your own brand so that you can step up and show up in the best possible light with your authentic tone. So go ahead and do that, folks, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.